year since I've had a Pop-Tart, since last BlizzCon. And I eat it and I'm like, this isn't that good actually. Why did I care about this so much? But then I forget for a year and then I'm like, no, this is the greatest thing. And I eat it and I'm like, no, actually it's not. But we do have the map pick. I don't think the lobby is ready yet. The map pick will be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Will be the map choice of Miracle.
Okay, do you have here? Miracle actually have lots of bad memories on this map. Of course, with the new roster, it's not going to be the same. But on Spider Queen, Hanzo's still good. Even Genji still very okay. They kept the Uther most of the time. I think Uther is just coming in way too strong. I think we need to really start seeing Uther even banned from the drafting phase. I'm really stressing this hard. I think because I think it's really going to come very soon.
I mean, the more experienced teams have won today 4-0-4, but they also have picked Uther every time. Uther has a 4-0 win rate today so far. And there's two ways to approach this kind of mindset, right? And I think the one that you're suggesting of banning the Uther is a possibility, but it opens up other holes as well.
Yes.
I think either that or just simply picking the Uther as first pick because he synergizes with a lot of heroes and counters a lot of heroes like Genji, for example. Maybe you ban the Hanzo, let them ban whatever they want. You pick the Uther, sure, they might get Grey Main, but that's your worst case scenario, and it's still a pretty decent scenario. There's a lot of heroes that pair well with Uther. Malthael pairs well when you have the Soul Lane. You could play into a Tyrael ban just like we saw for Miracle in the last draft. Uther gives you so many options, but to take the Grey Main, that's still good, and it gives you the clear, the pushing power, etc., but taking the Uther means that you basically eliminate the threat of dive. You're not as worried about that, and we've seen already Divine Storm used by Ballistics can be a good counter dive tool. It warps the draft in such a way where Ace can still get a good pick when this happens when they lose Uther, but they don't get great picks or fantastic picks because Uther is just so powerful at the moment. Let's see if they'll make the switch. I bet they pick Grey Main. See, this is the way it has been done worldwide, by the way, not just in Korea, for so long now. How much you want to bet Uther gets picked next rotation? Like, I will take my headset off and walk away from the desk if he's not picked here. Okay, like, the question is, who do they pick with him? Last time they took Hanzo. This time Hanzo was removed. So with Hanzo and Grey Main removed, obviously Uther seems a little bit weaker. They could even take a Nubarok, for example, for Judy. I think that would be a good priority. They could look for DPS later.
Yes, give that comfortable pick for Judy and also support. That can be a way. Also, just picking any other DPS that they choose to. Even Tychus on this map is okay. Garrosh is also okay. Let's see what they prioritize. I think going for that tank on the Judy, I think that's the best idea.
The three heroes that synergize best with Uther are Grey Main, Genji, and ETC, I guess you could say to a lesser extent, Malthael. So Malthael and ETC kind of both like make up like a half because it's not a great synergy. Cassia is really interesting. We've seen Cassia banned many times this term. I think played only once so far. And Cassia works well with Uther in double support compositions. And I wonder if that's what we'll see. Strong against Grey Main as well. And Ace is now going to have to adapt and play a mage. I think waiting to pick the second DPS at the later stage of the draft to find out what kind of Cassia this is going to be is the idea, or should be the idea. But what they ban in a moment, I think is like their toughest part, because it's really hard to say now. Maybe ban a tank, because, you know, again, you're working against Judy. Pick a tank here, ban a tank. There's the Anubarak. They've chosen a strong soul laner. Let's see what Miracle wants to remove. I think this is much less significant. It's going to be a safe ban, almost 100%. Could even be like a Lucio ban.
That's an easy one to do, and I don't think they really have to ban a Rehgar here, as KCB has been missing a lot of Ancestrals, and Miracle should be knowing that. Grabbing a Nubarok, but something else to take in mind. Grabbing a Nubarok that early means that they want to have some combo along with the Cocoon, maybe just having a Mage or some other CC pair up. They're thinking cooldown once more, maybe?
Okay, Stukov ban. That's
Or the silence can be very harassing. Of course, right after the Cocoon, not just that, they can pair up pretty well.
That's not the greatest pick, I think, for this map, but it's still removing a strong healer. If they take Lucio now, Miracle has the opportunity to draft a comp that can destroy that, like with Tyrael who's still available. Had they banned the Tyrael, it would have screamed they wanted to draft Malthael again, but they did not. They're changing up their strategy, they're changing up their style, they're not being predictable, which is always a good thing to see. Now, this is the most interesting pick, but maybe potentially for the entire draft to me, is has Ace identified the problem of Judy? They banned a Nubarak last game, and I think the answer is yes. Looking to ban the ETC this time that gave them grief on map 1, and Judy's weak hero pool, he's a fantastic tank player on certain heroes, ETC is one of them. His weak hero pool is going to cost them big. We talked about how Stitches is no longer meta, made a name for himself all year long in 2017 for that hero. And how does Miracle respond this time? Is it time for the Blaze you were talking about? Is it that time? He's obviously very good at delaying turn-ins and has good wave clear. They don't have a solo laner yet.
And Blaze does have the wave clear. Also, this really good on this map especially. But if it does not feel comfortable, I think Morden is just an okay response. Leoric Chromie, they want to change this up very hard with Cassia Chromie.
That is something I have not quite seen.
Let's see a dive. Either he wants to really slow down the dive coming in from Sonya and Greymane, or try to have this, because they lost ETC from the beginning, they wanted to control with ETC's power slide, but instead they will have Leoric trying to tank in the front line with a Chromie though. I don't really see the big synergy here. I
mean, Entomb can work well with Chromie's abilities. You limit the ability to retreat and move. You have an Entomb, and then Chromie tossed out her blasts, and you can kill a weak target like a Greymane, but Sonya and Anubra actually live through most of that damage. I mean, I'm trying to think of like who could be a main tank here, like that synergizes well with this Blaze, kind of, Murden, kind of, but neither really. I don't want to judge this draft until I see the final pieces. We're going to see Rhaegar again. This is becoming the comfort pick for KCB. The strong pick for this is going to be Garrosh, okay. So, just going to be another Judy hero here, but not the Blaze, what we were kind of hoping we might see.
Also providing another exit tool for Chromie in a way.
Yeah, good peel.
Yeah, not too bad actually. It has pretty good tank from the side. Can actually get the armor when there's a crazy amount of damage coming out from Ace.
So the draft for Ace looks like a really standard old school draft. You've got an auto attack hero, you've got a mage, you've got a lot of good poke, you've got good wave clear. You've got Sonya, who's a top laner that's going to win most matchups, can win the matchup against Leoric if played correctly. And you have Ancestral, which can make Sonya empowered in those fights. And Nubarak can remove the Uther. I can look at the draft on the side of Ace and say, I understand every single piece of this. And I can say, I know exactly why you've done this. But if I look at the Miracle draft, again, just like last game, I don't have those same answers. I don't have those same explanations. And there are ways you can use Lyric's Entomb. You can use the Warlord's Challenge to try to set up combos. Obviously, Jayon can like stun people too. You could try to Valkyrie someone in and then hit them on the retreat if you want to really stretch this out for how Chromie gets used here. The slows are not going to be that great with this comp either, so probably going to be, why am I, is it timeout? I'm losing my mind. I can't remember the second heroic ability for Chromie right now, but I don't think it's going to be a slowing sands. Could be. You have melees all around in the longer fight with Sonya getting up there, Rhaegar and Greymane, but I couldn't tell you that I understand this comp, and I guess that we're going to try to learn how it works as this game goes on.
If it works, that is. See, you see a lot of the time trap build coming out from Chromie these days. Maybe this another day we'll see that build coming out from Miracle's Chromie, but Judy getting caught a little bit here as the heal comes in. That's going to save him.
It's like he's got his armor, he's got Uther's armor. He's like, I mean, it was a good rotation by you guys, but like, I'm Garrosh, and he's Uther. Never gonna get a kill. So Chromie does offer mediocre wave clear, like can be all right. Seeing her just kind of rotating right now. They're trying to bully a little bit. Meanwhile, Sonya is winning the top matchup. or the solo match that's actually in bot in this case. Early camp here coming through because they have Grey Main. Miracle has no such hero that can actually do camps, so during this time they're just looking to push these lanes in. Miracle's position, as they send Cassia and Chromie to do the camp, Miracle's positioning in this early game was stronger before the changes to the ammo, because in this moment they would at least be able to deplete a lot of ammo and then get more out of that later. But in this current patch, in this meta, like doing this doesn't work out as well.
Well, let's see. That's still a long time to go into the game. No time trap, it's going to be the usual one, the talent. With the basic attack, the talent.
Yeah, just going into the standard old Chromie build from last year. Auto attack damage and stuff like that. Could be a lot of extra consistent damage. It was laughed at when it was first picked, and then people were like, wait a minute, this actually is like a lot of damage. Spell armor here with these knights removed now. It's very annoying. Eventually we'll go down here though. A lot of poke, and the target is cooldown here. See if we can hit one more. Witcher needs to get back. Looking spots for it. Sniper shot blocked by Gamey. Gamey has been, to me, the MVP for Ace tonight. He has always been where he needs to be on the Sanubrok, previously on the Johanna. So Chromie looking for the reveal, looking for the snipe shot. Unsuccessful.
Gamey has been really the key point of the entire team Ace. He has been blocking a lot of the skill shots, making that initiation. Whenever he's in danger, he does manage to escape oftentimes.
In this case, nearly goes down for his positioning, but will get out. Miracle has gotten a slight experience lead and has slight control of the lanes because of Ace's early camp, which didn't accomplish anything for them. Miracle's later camp actually did more. HA2 not going to miss a single minion of this wave. Oh, and I like this actually. He's going to, instead of clearing that safely, just going to invade this. Good reaction to how Ace is trying to control the lane pushing.
Of course, more men committed. They're going to give some time for Ace to turn it in, but they don't have enough anyhow. So
yeah,
using that time to steal the camp seems like a better choice at the moment.
Okay, Gamey tosses those gems in. Not going to be significant at the end of the day, though. Just kind of rotational play from both teams safely. Garrosh not being useful in terms of pick potential here, obviously with this comp. Knocking or grabbing some of these heroes closer to Chromie could actually end up being painful for them, actually something they would not want. 7 is up. We're going to see it coming here to H82.
Both teams actually has enough gems to turn it in to call for the Wet Weavers.
Yep, but this Miracle gets it first because of that rotation down to try to gank H82. Fails. And now Miracle's going to have this early lead. I mean, talking about Chromie, Chromie's good at dealing damage to mercenaries and stuff like that, like as a supporter, but not a main damager. But she's good at delaying turn-ins. She's good at punishing players who are out of position. But Ace has so far really dealt with the Chromie play well, especially with Gamey. I've been impressed with what he's been able to do, but even though the Chromie pick hasn't been that valuable for Miracle yet, Ace still feels behind in what they're doing. Their camp timings were obvious. The first timing was too quick. The second timing was punished and invaded, and it cost them the turn-in at the same time, looking for those picks onto H82. It will get easier when they have Horrify later on, but the only targets for Horrify are going to be those tanky frontliners, the Garrosh, the Leoric. And I'm not sure if that's going to be, if those are going to be picks they can get with it.
Let's see there, Miracle is leading. They have been pushing very far and does get the have temporal loop. Maybe this is the time he should be using it.
There it is. Okay, there's the temporal loop.
Or the secure kill.
That's definitely a kill. I don't know why that name wasn't coming to me earlier, but yeah, temporal loop is the choice. So, you know, that's a cool thing where sometimes we don't see this, but you know, Chromie gets her heroic at level 8, so was able to make that happen.
You need to at least do that at least once if you're having a Chromie.
I mean, the accuracy has been good, you know, and like she got the temporal loop pick, and that was maybe even if she wasn't considering picking up, she was like, I'm gonna lock it in right now because it's gonna be our kill. And so far, the quest is completed 6 minutes. The Chromie hasn't looked insanely strong by any means, but it has been very threatening, and Ace has been forced to respond. And it's given Miracle kind of the upper edge in lane because she's just threatening, like, if you stand here, I will kill you. Everyone backs away, and she's like, well, I didn't kill anybody, and I didn't do a massive amount of damage, but we've gained this extra experience, we've gained this extra damage to the structures. Just by positioning alone.
Ooh, and a lot of damage, and as they hit level 10, Ace immediately backs up. This is their fort. No way of defending this one.
So it's just this kind of threatening style from Gunza, right? It feels like he's just trying to zone them, not by hitting his spells, which he has had an incredible accuracy with so far, but by just where he stands means Ace has to stand elsewhere.
Even with Cleanse from Rengar, I think it's still a very good way of poking. Even Gul'dan can be threatened by the QW combo. Basically like 50% to 60% HP gone with that combo instantly. So Witcher, it puts a lot of pressure onto Witcher. Of course, Chromie herself will be threatened when there's a big dive coming in. But there's Entomb, now the Taunt, the Divine Shield can also be going on to Chromie sometimes.
Yeah.
And she has her own timeout now, so I think she is safe to go.
Yeah, the level 11 timeout is like the greatest ice block. Like, it's
6 seconds.
So good. Like, you live forever. Okay, this is another attempt to grab HA2, but he can just simply cleanse himself, use his Wraith Walk to get out. Okay, Hero with a nice turn in here. So, finally, first signs of life, first signs of stabilization here. Looks like Hero will be the solo lane player, by the way. We were wondering whether it was going to be him or Rush, because they kept switching last time.
Maybe they're just trying to find who's the best, depending on which hero. Maybe they will continue switching depending on the hero that they choose. With Greymane and Gul'dan, they do have a lot of energy. I think the key here is also the Ancestral, if it connects or not. Can Gul'dan be safe? Can Anubarak be safe? Can Sonya be safe when they're diving in? As Miracle, they do have the biggest tool with Divine Shield to cancel all that burst damage.
When H82 was a DPS last game, they got a lot of picks on him. They're trying to abuse his similar positioning this game, but it just doesn't make sense. Okay, we're going to see this heavy commitment here to the Cocoon. Sniper looking to knock the Goons out. There's the timeout. Horrify comes through, but nothing really from it. Judy getting that Uther heal. And keep not helping out here. Good Ancestral.
H82 look for an angle. Also, Judy played all his part. Timeout Chromie, and then when Chromie came back, used that to the fray to save Gunza out of that off positioning. Nicely done by Miracle. That could have been a kill on the Chromie for sure, as Ace was trying to, and they actually used a lot of tools, basically everything to take out Chromie, but didn't work. Okay,
we're gonna see the commitment here to Gamey. There's the toss, everything else. The timing perfect here. That last auto attack with the boost from the level, I don't know what level talent that is. It's not, it's not 7. Will be a level 5 talent. She gets that on. Will help blow him up there. They get the second kill onto Rush as well. And now, you know what? Even this is probably a little bit too risky. They're gonna get away with it as Miracle's gonna go for the safe turn in. I think they're gonna try to boss with this.
Boss and then turn in maybe. I think they just have enough time to do so, as they hit 13 also after the team fight. They're making everything work as this. They're taking it slowly, though. They're not really pressuring all the way. They didn't really go all the way into the keep or anything. They still have lots of force to go to.
I think we asked. Well, hold that thought. We're gonna have this fight occur here. They still need to actually secure this boss. Everyone's up and respawn here. They have Horrify to use. HG2 doing a lot of peeling here.
Divine Shield.
No Divine Shield. Gamey is down. It's going to be a triple here. Witcher gets caught. This boss deny attempt from Ace was just not well coordinated, and they're going to lose 4 of the members. Boss is going to be up, and they're going to have Web Weavers against them, and all the gems are despawning on the ground. And
a turn in.
Yeah, and to go back to what I was going to say earlier, the question we asked in this draft, G-Clef, was, is there a theme to this? Like, what's the plan? We don't understand it. I think the answer is this is just a well-practiced comp with strong frontliners for Gunza, who's clearly a Chromie specialist, which we didn't know. Speaking of which, tons of damage coming out here. So Gunza has shown us 2 kind of specialist, unusual picks with the Junkrat, now with the Chromie. And this one looks very polished. very good accuracy, good understanding of the timing, very crazy moving-esque. And remember, Miracle was the team that played this hero more than any other team, but that was because it was crazy moving is one of his best heroes. And it's funny that his replacement is just as good. So it feels like a hero that just fits this team and this roster specifically.
He might actually be even better.
I think so.
And I don't think I'm overstating that, as Gunza's positioning is pretty good since match number 1. And his hero pool basically is the same or might be even better than Crazy Moving in a way.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know if Crazy Moving would have played Junkrat, but like, he's shown us some certainly unique heroes here for the draft, and this one left me wondering, this one left me pondering, and I still don't know if this is the most synergistic composition, but it's terrifying to me that given one of Judy's best tank heroes, HA2 plays a tank top laner, if 2 frontliners, he does not miss his skill shots, and just the concept of that alone, with how well he's been able to execute this Chromie, almost feels like it didn't matter which front lines you picked or what the synergy is.
So there's a toss on the Gul'dan, does have to use. The Cesperal does connect, so he may actually be alive.
Witcher is so low here. He goes down. Entomb is great. KCB not getting out of this one. The Ancestral was good. The self-fortify cast was instant. It was very well timed, but still, the execution too good on the side of Miracle. And see what Entomb can do for this comp. Doesn't feel necessary, but when it connects, it feels good if you're a Miracle fan. This is going to be the first keep of the game at sub 13 minutes. I'm going to walk away. 51 gems carried to 31 because of that 39 because of that last team fight wipe. Now what does Ace do from here? You know, it doesn't feel like there's a good answer to the comp of Miracle because the front line has been doing its job. And it just leaves Gunza to just sit in the back line and do damage. I would love to press tab and see that exact number at this moment in time.
Yep, Judy's actually doing his part, picking on the up position Gul'dan. Of course, that can't happen in game. There's no way that Gul'dan should be alone like that, and not knowing that Garrosh is around you, that's a big problem, first of all. But Judy making those kind of big plays. As a Garrosh, you need to make those kind of big, crazy turning plays at least once. That's the exact reason why you choose Garrosh, not just to tank the front line and peel for your teammates.
Yeah. He's doing so well at both. Like he's making an argument for Miracle Garrosh to be like the strongest, or sorry, not Miracle, Uther Garrosh to be the strongest frontline ever because just so much armor and so much peel and so much of a barrier for anyone trying to get on top of Chromie, who then has her ability to, you know, time out and survive. His accuracy onto Gul'dan has been very impressive. Like he threads the needles on these, man, and Gamey's trying his best, but he can't block the Dragon's Breaths coming over. He can't stop those, and Web Weavers this time are going directly to the core from top lane. We'll go directly to this keep in mid lane. The poke is real from Gunza, just trying to maximize the poke damage done. He's got his 20 because he got it 2 levels earlier.
As Leoric has been pushing the bottom lane this entire time as a poke in and out a little bit. Ooh, Cleanse already used that. That means a free kill if that Temporal Loop lands on a target like Sonya, Gul'dan, or Greymane.
Top Web Weaver's still pushing with quite a large amount of health, and catapults are coming with it. Gonna get this keep. Miracle not gonna look to end. Huge blinds coming through from Sonya. Great Divine Shield. Here comes the taunt. Ancestral again hits this time for KCB, but he may be out of luck. Temporal Loop gonna draw him back. Great Entomb. HG2 doing the max amount of damage here, and it looks like this may just be the end of the game here, G-Clap. As Gamey, he's running away, but it's not gonna save them.
As you noticed, Sniper was the only one. He actually knew that he was the target. He went in distrusting his teammate with the Divine Shield. The Cocoon actually was too late. If it was not late, if Sniper was not shielded, I think Ace could have really got the team fight there. But after that, Cocoon was sniped way too late, and that's basically a lost team fight from the beginning.
Really good blinds